Clint Nichols is here from the Harrison Fire Department. We were just talking about you take a little snorkel trip down the Caribbean too, yeah?
Kids are grown and out of college. We think we got a little bit of money. I don't know if that's true or not. We went to
Well,
Belize.
you sure spent it though, didn't you?
Well, we were spend it either way. So we went to Belize this year. Yeah, went snorkeling. We had a really good time.
Good time.
I
Good
recommend it. So
you said you got an Airbnb and
our first time in one of them, but it all went well.
how'd that work?
You know, we did good. We really enjoyed it. It was
Some you hear good things about those sometimes, then you hear horror stories of people, you know.
We've been in one. It was good. So
There you go. Keep that record going.
there we go.
Let's talk about the Harrison Fire Department. What's going on with that, and you have an expanded responsibility other than just managing fires.
That is true.
Yeah.
We now have Chief Lowry came in. He organized a community risk reduction division. He kind of fashioned it after the Rogers Fire Department, and it was all a goal to get our insurance rates down here in town, which we now have a 2. We went from a 3 to a 2, so we've accomplished that. Now we got to make sure we keep it.
Okay.
And one thing we've done is we've taken over the cataloging the business license. And that's one of the main things we're needing help with. Make sure if you have a brick and mortar business inside the city of Harrison, want to make sure that you get on the list, get your business license paid. You can come down to the fire department. We can help you with that. You can go online, go to the fire department page. There'll be a section you can go to for business license, be an application. But if you have any trouble, come see us at the fire department. We'll help you out with it.
Are there different categories for different businesses?
There is. It goes by how many employees you have, which is all explained there in the application process.
Okay.
But we've got Miss Judy down there that's at 120 South Spring. Come see her, or our guys will be out inspecting. They're there to help you educate with this. We want to get a really good list built, and after that, we hope to send out bills, which will make it a little easier on everybody, especially if places have corporate offices.
Yeah, and I think we've been doing that for a couple years now. It's been in existence for how long?
They've had the business license a while. It was ran through the chamber. The state come along and said, hey, we'd really like a government entity doing that instead of the chamber. Chamber's been great to work with, but that's when the fire department received it because we inspect the brick and mortar businesses in town.
And when somebody gets that, they have a little certificate they can hang up in their residence to let people know that they support the local
If they
business.
want to handle it online, they'll send it back to them. And if they'll post that in a public place when our guys come in to inspect, they'll glance at that and mark that off, and away they go.
So tell me what the business license does. I mean, why do you have them?
Well, the reason the fire department took it over is because it is very important. We have to keep up with every business in town because we have to inspect every business or get a real high percentage of those inspected. And that is all part of the formula that goes into these insurance rates where we got our rating of 2 to hold that number down. So that's part of it. It's a big part of it.
When you come in to inspect, you inspect for because it is the fire department, and you want to look at the condition of the building.
Well, there's numerous things. Like if you have a sprinkler system, of course, we're going to check that. Alarm systems, we're going to check that. We're going to check exit lights. If you have a fire extinguisher, it has to be tagged and checked every year. We inspect that. General condition of the building. And also one of the things, and we don't do this so much on our fire inspection, but one of the things that we're in charge of now is the clean premise ordinances that the city has.
Yeah, that's been going back and forth at the chamber, at the city council meeting, several meetings.
Exactly. And the administration we have right now is very intent. He wants that enforced. And we'll go out. Of course, we try to work with people. We'll send out, if we find a premise that's dirty, we will send letters out, try to work with them. But at the end of the day, we can issue citations on it, and court orders can be given where the city can clean those premises up.
There must be a balance on what is considered clean and what's not considered clean, and the person that thinks it's clean may not.
Well, and we try to give them a copy of the city ordinance.
Okay, so there is some guidelines to go by.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's written up in the city ordinance in the clean.
And if somebody's not aware of that, how can they find it?
Well, actually, right now, what we've done is we've passed with the clean premise property maintenance code, which is a code for existing buildings. Now, they just passed that here last year, so I don't know that they have it on our website yet, but feel free to contact us.
But it's available.
Contact the fire department. Okay. We'll get you a copy of it. I talked with the organization for landlords, residential landlords here just last week. And of course, I took them a copy, and they going to scan to all their members. So until we get it online, feel free to give us a call.
Okay.
We're at 120 South Spring. We'll always, that's public information, always provide that.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about whether you qualify or not qualify, or
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, that
And we're
kind
here
of
to
thing.
work with people. You know, we don't want to just go out and write a ticket. And we want to
Right.
work with them, show them what the guidelines are. Some people have extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I
even
think
the
it's-
mayor's office gets involved to make sure they can
yeah.
help get some of the done if there has some hardships going on.
And I think
Right.
some of the topics that were talked about at the city council meeting were absentee landowners that are renting the property out, or it's not being rented out, and you know, what do you do with
Basically
that?
abandoned structures.
Right.
Yeah.
Or is it abandoned? To them, it may not be. They may have been here 10 years ago, and it was fine.
Exactly.
You know what I
There's a
mean.
lot that has to be decided on
Yeah.
that. One of the first things we want to get done, if we think it's an abandoned house, let's say, is we want to get it secured, because we don't want people walking down, living in there
Right. Yeah,
right.
that don't belong in a neighborhood. That's first thing for safety.
Right,
And we don't
right.
want them setting fires in there, too.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's probably our first priority, is get it secured, and then try to work with the landowner to see what the condition of that property is right then, and what they want to do with it, if we can help them find a solution for that. We've actually also taken landowners that inherited property. We find a lot of that too. People inherit property, they really can't afford to keep up with it. So we try to put them together with some people that are interested, put them together, and
Okay.
actually the city, we don't really even get involved other than introducing these two parties. And this other party buys the property, and then they do something constructive
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay. Okay. All right.
Who knew?
Yeah.
it's what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about?
We're always encouraging to people to come. This is your fire department. Come see it. We're haven't ordered yet. We're getting a new fire prevention robot for the kids
Okay.
and for public events. We're doing that, and we're just a lot going on right now. So come
Okay.
see us and watch for us. And if you have a brick and mortar business in town, we encourage you to check on that business license. See what your status is on it. Call us if you need help. Our guys, like always, will be out. Not just the inspectors, but our guys on the fire trucks will be out this year doing their inspections, and that all works together to keep our insurance rates down. So
Yeah,
we want to work
that's
with
the main
everybody.
focus right
Right.
there.
Sure, and well,
Yeah,
safety
sure.
is our first
Sa-
focus.
Well, yes,
that's our
yes.
immediate
Yeah,
second.
that's
Okay.
saving lives and saving money and all that.
So,
Thanks, Clint.
Wonderful.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much for
Very
being here.
much.
thank you.
Up next, we have Jeree Wynn with us. She's from New Beginning School of Cosmetology. We'll find out all about her neck of the woods and what she's doing in her world. Find out all about that. Stay with us. You're watching 726.